Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3 was number 1 on my most anticipated movies of 2021, but due to the recent reports, it has been slowly going down that list. My excitement for the movie can only be credited to this scene.
But that's not all, folks. Here's the real blockbuster. Brace yourselves, you might want to sit down.
Spider-Man's real name is... Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. What the...
I was really excited to see how the plotline about Peter's identity pans out, but the waves of reports that we are getting are starting to make me scared. 2 months ago, it was reported by The Hollywood Reporter that Jamie Foxx, who of course played Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, will be returning to play Electro again in Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3, but a different version of Electro, not exactly the same one we saw in Spider-Man 2. Which I was excited for because it's seemingly setting up the multiverse, or should I say the Spider-Verse, which I'm totally down for. I mean, let's be honest, one alternate universe villain ain't gonna distract from the plot that much. But I started having a problem when I read an article from The Hollywood Reporter a few days ago that Alfred Molina is also reprising his role as Dr. Octopus from the Sam Raimi or Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I know it might not sound like that big of a deal, but the problem is that they might sideline or make the plot line about Peter's identity as a B plot, and that would be really bad. Or it might not sideline it, but the excitement about the multiverse overshadows that plot line. I already had a problem with the fact that Doctor Strange is going to be in the movie as a mentor figure, because I am tired of Tom Holland's Spider-Man always having to have a mentor figure and not stand on his own. Whilst recording this video, I saw a report by Corridor, which should be taken with a grain of salt because I'm not entirely sure if they are reliable. The article reads, just like Jamie Foxx's Electro, Andrew Garfield will be back as Spider-Man, and if Sony/Marvel can close a deal with Tobey Maguire, he will be back too as Spider-Man. And I think Kirsten Dunst, that's her name, will also return as MJ, and Emma Stone will also return as Gwen Stacy. I honestly wouldn't mind all of this if it was shown in the post-credit scene for the next Spider-Man movie, because of course I want to see a live-action Spider-Verse, but I don't think this is the correct movie for it, because this is starting to feel like Sony is just trying to get some extra money through fan service by sacrificing parts of the story. I mean, we all know this movie is an easy $1 billion, it's an easy, but maybe they're trying to get some, maybe to $2 billion by adding some fan service to it. I really hope in a few months time or in a few weeks time, when we eventually get the trailer, that it shows a focus on the identity plotline. And when we eventually see the movie in December of 2021, that the movie is not a dumpster fire and these appearances are held for the post-credit scene. Yeah, that's pretty much my thought on the whole Spider-Verse movie thing that's happening. P.S. Personally, I would prefer Kraven the Hunter to be the primary antagonist of the movie, because I feel like he would be perfect for this plotline, because probably Peter has to go into hiding and he's a criminal, you know, those type of things. Yeah, that's it. I am off.